Hi, it's Jeroen from Salesflare, and today I'll walk you through 3 common use cases for email workflows. These workflows work directly on top of Salesflare's CRM data, which is largely built up automatically from your emails, calendar, phone calls, and other tracked activity, so the possibilities are virtually endless. Assuming now that you're looking to make your sales outreach easier to automate, I'll show you 3 common ways other teams put email workflows to use. A first use case, reaching out to prospects. Reaching out to prospects by email can be tedious if you're not automating the process. Email workflows can automate that sending, with emails going out straight from your own inbox, just as if you would send them yourself. Nobody can tell they're automated, and your emails won't end up in a promotions or other tab the way bulk sends from an email newsletter tool would usually do. Here's how to get started. First, you import the leads you want to email in Settings Import Data. Then, as the audience for your workflow, you select the contacts matching the tag that gets added automatically during import. That tag starts with the word import, an underscore, and then the date and time in the UTC time zone. And then, in the configuration, simply set the goal to contact replies to any email, so the sequence stops the moment someone responds. And from there, you can start building your emails. You can personalize each email using any field in your CRM on contact or account level, including custom fields, and you can enable or disable tracking and unsubscribe links per email. When sending follow-ups, it's best to send them as a reply to the previous email. It looks far more natural than starting a fresh thread each time. On the Pro plan, you can add as many email steps as you like, with whatever delay you want between them. Once everything's ready, you hit Save here at the top, or you set the email workflow live straight away. Now to a second use case. This second workflow is similar to the outreach sequence, but with one key difference. It's a continuous workflow rather than a one-off one. That means Salesforce keeps checking continuously who matches your audience filters, and any new contacts that match at any point will automatically enter the workflow and start receiving emails. You enable this at the top by checking email contacts who matches filter or selection in the future too. That's all it takes. I also want to show you something I skipped earlier, and this is the ability to build more than a simple linear sequence. On a third email step, for instance, you could set it to trigger that either after step 1 is clicked, it sends the email, and then maybe the other step here, step 2, you could set it and after step 1 hasn't been clicked. That way, depending on how a contact interacts with your emails, they receive a different tailored follow-up with whatever delay you choose. And this lets you build fully personalized flows based on real contact behavior. The possibilities here are also really extensive. Now, off to use case 3, onboarding users. Many of you may already be sending automated drip emails when someone signs up for your app or joins your mailing list. That's another great use case for email workflows. You can set your audience filters at the top, so Salesforce automatically picks up the right people. And then check email contacts who matches filter or selection in the future too. That way it will keep sending continuously, ensuring every new contact receives the full flow. For a workflow like this, you typically want to keep emailing regardless of what happens, except when they unsubscribe, of course. So you just select no specific goal at the top. Then build out your emails and delays. And since this isn't a one-to-one conversation, it usually doesn't make sense to send these replies to previous emails, so you can turn that option off. And when you're happy with it, you just hit Set Live, and it will run on its own from there. Those are 3 of the most common use cases we see, but there's a lot more you can build with email workflows. Get creative, put together some great email sequences, and let us know what you come up with. If you have questions or want to brainstorm ideas, reach out to us on the chat. Enjoy the sequencing!